A murder trial in Box Butte County District Court gets underway this week. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, a handwritten motion asking for a new counsel was filed Monday by George Smith, the Alliance man whose trial for the stabbing death of another man was started on Monday. The 67-year-old is charged with 2 counts, one of second-degree murder and one of use of a deadly weapon to commit a felony in the death of Stephen Oliver, who died following an altercation that occurred at a home on Toluca Avenue in Alliance last June. In the letter submitted on Monday, the same day scheduled for jury selection, Smith asked for his public defender to be dismissed and new counsel outside that office be appointed. He claims his defense attorney has failed to keep him up to date on the status of the case and has not reasonably consulted with him on objectives to be accomplished in his defense. Court records did not indicate that District Judge Travis O'Gorman has ruled on the motion, which, if granted, would halt the proceedings for an indeterminate amount of time. Well, after missing a year due to the pandemic, the WyoBraska Gives 2021 Day of Giving campaign was back with a vengeance today. This 24-hour effort calls attention to the number of nonprofits at work in our community, with more than 130 nonprofits benefiting from this year's event. Through midday, more than $50,000 had been raised through donations made at WyoBraskaGives.org. You can donate to this great cause until midnight tonight. Well, coming up after the break, some areas seeing some frost on the ground to start the day, but things will be warming up quickly. Bill's in with your full forecast right after this on KNEB.TV News.
At Platte Valley Bank, we realize the way people want to bank in the future may be different than it has been. As comfort levels and desires vary by person, banking may be different for some, yet not for others. We offer the best of both worlds, a traditional banking experience with our friendly tellers and an online or mobile banking option with features that you can personalize and utilize anytime, anywhere you go. So you can bank how you want, when you want, and from where you want to. Platte Valley Bank.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the KNEB Storm Center, your trusted source for weather.
Well, cloudy skies across the area. Probably going to see a shower or two around early. Temps falling into the upper 30s overnight tonight. Hopefully not quite as cold as where we were this morning. A shower or two around early. Again, warmer conditions then start Thursday into Friday before a cool, wet weekend and Mother's Day comes our way. For Sunday and into Monday. 55 yesterday after a morning low of 35, so it was a cool day yesterday. Nothing in the rain gauge yesterday either. A little bit of light rain shower activity today. 50s and 60s will cover pretty much all the high plains, 30s in the high country, 39 there at Laramie. It's 48 Cheyenne, 65 in Ogallala, and somewhere in between in that stretch of the area. 10-mile-an-hour winds right now in Ogallala, 15 to 20 at times. You can see a couple of areas of even some light thunder showers where we do have a little gustier breezes at times. Futurecast is putting a few light rain showers across the area. That is it. Not much out there. Low temperatures overnight. Going to be cool down into the 30s. Hopefully not below freezing for most areas, but close to it in some. Tomorrow we start the day with sunshine. We bring in clouds in the afternoon, an increase of clouds, and Hit or miss showers or storms can't be ruled out tomorrow afternoon and evening. An isolated chance of those, only about a 20% chance. That's about it. In low temperatures or high temperatures tomorrow. Going to be a bit warmer than today in the low to mid 60s, a few upper 60s out there as well. We do have some very light, and I mean very light shower activity coming our way, and any snow going to be confined here to the high country. Although we do see a cool down coming. Can't rule out some wet snowflakes in our future for Mother's Day. Slight chance of a rain shower tonight, 39, partly cloudy skies tomorrow. Sunny in the morning, cloudier in the afternoon. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. Only about a 20% chance. We'll be in the mid 60s for tomorrow. Low 70s on Thursday, low 80s on Friday. Those are the two pick days of the week. Slipping back into the 60s on Saturday, and then even cooler Sunday, Monday. Looks kind of raw and chilly out there with rain shower chances, and maybe back to 60 or so for Tuesday of next week. But generally speaking, a couple of warmer days, then back down below normal for temperatures in our 7-day forecast.
We have all learned lately that our homes are our sanctuaries. And at Renewal by Andersen, many people invest in our windows to keep out the bitter cold. But they're often thrilled when it's blazing hot outside, and their Renewal by Andersen windows are keeping their homes so cool with much lower utility bills. Renewal by Andersen windows make life at home so much more comfortable, whether it's 10 degrees below zero or 100. We can't control outside, but we sure can inside. Invest in your home now with Renewal by Andersen. You'll be glad you did.
Hydrozen. Unplug and recharge. What is Hydrozen? It's total body relaxation. It's total body recharge. It's floating weightless on water. Floating your aches, pains, stresses, and worries away. Hydrozen is a revolutionary new therapy using Epsom salt saturated water as a way to relax and rejuvenate your body. And it's now available in Scottsbluff. It is for most ages and has many benefits to the mind and body. Visit hydrozenfloat.com or call us at 308-63-FLOAT.
At 21st Century Equipment, we're proud to introduce the new Build Your Own tool. Build the John Deere you've been wanting and see how affordable it really is. Visit 21stcenturyequipment.net to build your own compact utility tractor, mower, or gator. It's easy to add implements, attachments, and view financing options. Build the exact tractor for your needs at a price you can afford, all from the comfort and safety of home, with a new Build Your Own tool at 21stcenturyequipment.net.
Welcome back. A 61-year-old Gering woman has been arrested following two 2020 controlled buys conducted by the Wing Drug Task Force. Susan Gibbons was booked into the county detention center on Friday afternoon after a warrant for her arrest was issued, charging her with 2 counts of distribution of an exceptionally hazardous drug. Court records say that on April 15th and 17th of 2020, Gibbons reportedly sold more than 2 grams of methamphetamine to CIs working for Wing in controlled buys that occurred in both Mitchell and Gering. A warrant for her arrest was issued on Wednesday and served Friday, with bond set at $250,000 with a 10% provision. She made her first appearance on the 2 Class 2 felonies yesterday in Scottsbluff County Court. Well, 2 men from St. Louis were arrested yesterday following a pursuit with speeds reaching 130 miles per hour. The Nebraska State Patrol says troopers tried to pull over the speeding Acura near Sunol on I-80. Instead, the occupants threw a handgun out the car and led authorities on a chase into Dual County. After spike strips disabled the car at Big Springs, authorities took the driver, 39-year-old Glenn Zissy, into custody, but his passenger fled on foot. Roughly 30 minutes later, 32-year-old Alvin Washington was located by a NSP canine and taken into custody. Both were booked into the Cheyenne County Jail on charges that included flight to avoid arrest, willful reckless driving, tampering with physical evidence, and obstruction. And Unified Command announcing 20 new cases of COVID-19 since last reporting on April 26th. Those new cases include 6 in Cheyenne County, 5 in Sheridan County, 2 in Box Butte, Dual, Morrill, and Scottsbluff counties, and 1 lone case in Garden County. Through Monday afternoon, there were 2 patients hospitalized with coronavirus here in the Panhandle. Well, straight ahead, Chabella Guzman in with a check-in on Ag News. She'll have that in just 90 seconds.
This year, W2 means we double. Reganis Auto Center will double your down payment on any pre-owned vehicle on their lot. Turn $500 into $1,000. Turn $1,500 into $3,000. Use that money to get out of your lease or a vehicle you owe too much on, or to lower your monthly payment. For a limited time only, double your down payment only at Reganis Auto Center on East Overland and East 27th Street in Scotts Bluff. Your volume discount dealer.
This chair is way too big. It's perfect for us. This one's tiny. That's 'cause it's mine. Hey, this chair is just right. This bed is way too hard. It's perfect for me. This bed is way too soft. Just what I needed. This bed is just right. So come on over to Leave Heads!
In boots, new and old, you've walked the rows of life, a fence length of time. You fought the floods, snow, and sweltering heat, and lifted breathing and settled pain. With a smile and a cry, you've strengthened your community and future generations. Sometimes with nothing to say. Often can't say enough. Like, let me do it again.
This is KNEB.TV Ag News from the FNBO Ag Desk. FNBO, the great big small bank.
The North Platte NRD held its producer roundtable and open house at the North Platte NRD building shop area. John Burge, general manager at the NRD, says one of the projects at the North Platte NRD has been the study of nitrate levels.
So we've been studying nitrogen levels nitrate levels here in our observation wells for about 30 years. And one of the things that we have determined over the course of time is that we're seeing an uptick in nitrate levels in some of those wells. That can be a pretty significant problem for us, not just from a health perspective, although that's a pretty major issue, but also from an economic perspective for the farmer. Some of our observation wells have credits to the tune of 150 pounds per acre in the water. And if you're basing all of your nitrogen application only on soil samples, you're forgetting about those credits that might be available to you.
The NRD will begin a 2-year study to establish baselines and determine where there might need to be more management.
We're also committing $250,000 a year starting in fiscal year 24 to help ease that burden. Because ultimately, if these levels get too high, we've got problems for domestic well users, but we've also got maybe some significant costs for some of these municipalities to change the way that they're treating their water or moving well fields and that sort of thing. That's a pretty big issue for us right now.
Birch says they also have a new cost share program with the Nebraska Forest Service to get more trees on the landscape, and they are looking forward to having visitors at their greenhouse and hosting other summer events.
In boots, new and old, you've walked the rows of life, a fence length of time. You fought the floods, snow, and sweltering heat, and lifted breathing and settled pain. With a smile and a cry, you've strengthened your community and future generations. Sometimes with nothing to say. Often can't say enough. Like, let me do it again.
The Verizon family is full of frowns because they're spending too much for their unlimited data and phones, while the Viero family is all smiles because they're getting 4 lines of unlimited data with 2 free Apple iPhone SE for mom and dad and 2 free LG K31 smartphones for the kids, all for just $100 a month. They're saving so much, they're able to get Fido. Find out how you can too at Viero.com or your nearest Viero store. Viero Wireless, keeping you connected.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
Western CPAP Supply has earned an impeccable professional reputation within the Wyoming and Western Nebraska region. Helping you get a good night's sleep is our passion. Our amazing team understands sleep disorders from a personal and professional level. We use CPAPs and BiPAPs too, and sometimes it just helps to work with people who share common ground. Our accredited CPAP supply company is approved by Medicare and Medicaid and is in network with every major insurance company in the region. Western CPAP Supply. We're here to help.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want you to plan for tomorrow while you enjoy today. With our personalized trust and estate planning services, our trust services can help you do just that. When it comes to estate planning, you should seek professional help. And when you do, you should have confidence in the financial institution you choose to handle your trust. At Platte Valley Bank, we pride ourselves in keeping our trust operations local and serving our friends and neighbors. We offer a highly personalized, full line of personal trust and estate planning. Give us a call today and see how our trust services can help you.
And finally tonight, with the backdrop of the Wildcat Hills Nature Center, top officials from the cities of Scottsbluff, Gering, and Terrytown, as well as Scottsbluff County, signed a proclamation marking this week as National Travel and Tourism Week. The power of travel is the theme for the 2021 National Travel and Tourism Week, and tourism officials are collaborating with the 100th anniversary of Nebraska State Parks, which is celebrating the great outdoors with their theme, Your Memories, Your Adventures, Your Parks. Scottsbluff County Tourism Director Brenda Lacey says this year's focus is across the board, including nationally.
We look at our role in bringing back vibrant communities, restoring our local economies, rebuilding a tourism workforce, and reconnecting visitors and destinations. For Nebraska, emphasis is directed toward the value of tourism and promoting Nebraska's destinations.
Additional events scheduled for the week include Wear Red Day, which is set for tomorrow, and area residents are encouraged to visit their favorite area tourism spots, take a selfie, and post to social media using the hashtag VirtualWN. State Tourism Director John Ricks will also be in the area later this week, meeting with business and tourism industry members to take a look at the future of tourism in the state in light of the virus pandemic. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here next time.